Back in the day, Henry Ford was asked what his customers wanted. He replied, faster horses. Instead, he gave them the automobile and transformed transportation globally. We too were in the same situation. Do we give industry what they want, or do we give them what they need? Our vision of achieving zero high-consequence potential loss incidents made the decision for us. Giving industry what they want would have been easy, but then we would have been part of the problem rather than the solution. We are bridging the gap between what peer-reviewed science says works and conventional safety practices. This has meant that we have had to swim against the current. Thinking and operating differently from what everyone else is doing is never easy, even when it's the right direction to go. A significant challenge tied to this is bounded rationality within much of the safety profession that prevents them from thinking outside the box due to lack of knowledge, time constraints, and we've always done it that way thinking. Additionally, reward systems encourages conventional practices. Usually, all is good until the shit hits the fan. As Einstein famously said, you can't use the same type of thinking that got us into this mess to get us out. This means we have had to slay several safety sacred cows with zero harm, use of TRIF, the broken window theory, and a maniacal compulsion on compliance being the biggest. This has not always gone over well with the people who don't want to admit there's a problem and find excuses for the lack of meaningful results. Further to this, we have adhered to our principles and practice what we preach. This means following the HRO success pillar that mindful organizations know that there is always bad news to be found and that the best companies go out and find it proactively before it finds them. Unfortunately, this is easier said than done due to the adage of slaying the messenger of bad news. Our evaluation results are a direct contradiction of what conventional measures are telling us. Organizations that have come to believe in how good they are suddenly discover that this is not the case. We shatter the illusion of strong safety and operational performance. We shatter the false sense of assurance. This is a hard message to hear, but it is a necessary message as people need to realize and admit there's a problem. Unfortunately, the response can be one of ego protection, an unwillingness to accept the results, and ultimately slaying the messenger. Providing new insights come with risk. However, this is a risk we happily take, as without acceptance of the problem, then it becomes a question of if, not when, failure inevitably occurs with a significant incident. We are a purpose-driven organization. We adhere to our principles, our values, and we practice what we preach. We do this because it's the right thing to do, even though it's the harder path to follow.